Okay, so nice to meet you, David.
Oh,
So would you mind introducing yourself?
of course. Hi, my name is David Dean Dujmovic. I was born in Croatia, but I moved to the United States when I was 4 years old with my parents, and ever since, I have been traveling very frequently between Europe and uh, North America. Um, I finished high school in Croatia, elementary school in America, and now I've come back to finish my associate's degree here at LaGuardia Community College.
And I heard that you are accepted to the Temple University of Japan.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to continue my bachelor's at Temple University of Japan, Tokyo campus specifically. I think that will add a very nice third perspective, world perspective,
Mm.
for me.
Um, and I think you're one of the few students who decided to apply to TUJ, uh, who are not the Japanese major. Your
Mhm.
major is, I believe, psychology, right?
Yes.
I'm curious, two things. I'm curious how you heard about these transfer opportunities and why you got interested in it.
Well, I heard about it September of 2025 when my third semester was beginning. I was researching and I was very stressed out about transferring. I knew I wanted to continue to get my bachelor's degree, but there were so many options. I didn't know if I wanted to be in the United States, if I wanted to go back to Europe, what I wanted to do. Very stressful time. But one of my, let's say, advisors told me about a info session that TUJ was conducting on campus. I got interested. I went and attended. I've heard about Temple before. I had the pleasure of going to Japan, specifically Tokyo, in um, April of 2023. And while researching for my trip, I did come across Temple, and I knew they existed, so I was already a bit familiar with them. So I attended the info session. The gentleman explained everything very well, very nicely. It seemed like such a great opportunity. I got really invested into the idea. Um, then there was another information session. I attended that too, and it just cemented my kind of wanting and of this idea of studying in Japan. Specifically, I was interested because they do have a psychology program,
Mm.
so that was very important for me. Um, why I decided ultimately was because, well, like I said, I lived most of my life in I live most half of my life in Europe, Croatia, the other half in North America, specifically New York, right? And as a psychology major, I think that adding a third perspective, cultural, and would just be very helpful and very good for me uh, overall.
So it's really like international, perspective, perspectives you think it's valuable for your future career.
Yes, specifically in psychology, since I've been traveling so regularly between Croatia and the United States and spending a long time in each, I've become aware of certain differences in both psyche and
Mm.
cultural difference and psychological differences. It's very interesting just between these two. So I'm
Mm.
very interested in spending a much longer time in Japan to see another perspective.
Sort of like Asian aspects of the
Yes,
world.
yes, exactly.
Mm. Very interesting. Um, so did you, so what about like practical aspects, right? Like going to Japan is a major move for
Mhm.
you, like another I know you're comfortable with moving different places, but it's a major step in your life to leave foreign country or new country for a long time. Um, how did how did it like you probably had a conversation with your parents or you had some planning prior to make the decisions? Like, could you talk a little bit about more practical aspects? Uh,
Well, exactly as you said, I'm somewhat uh, comfortable to in just going to a new place and being there. Um, so in that aspect, I don't think I'll have too many problems in adjusting to the new environment. But yes, when I had the idea initially, I of course, I mean, of course, it was my decision, but I did reach out to my parents and colleagues, and the feedback I got was to go for it. My parents specifically, they were willing to help me with the financial side of this big trip, and they're very supportive. My father, of course, he made a big step in his life from coming from Croatia to the United States. So he was very encouraging in that sense because he kind of, I guess, sees a mirror
mm,
in this, in what I'm doing right now in this big step, moving for a long time to a very different part of the world.
that's interesting. Speaking of the financing, I know you heard about it during the workshop, but it does make sense financially at this point too, right? Because the yen is very, in a way, very weak.
Yes,
So if you see from the dollar per dollar, like US um perspectives, like paying tuition in yen is very much discounted right now. So tuition is very reasonable. It's
and
a little, of course,
yes.
higher than CUNY, but it's not probably twice as high as, probably about twice as high as CUNY, not three times higher. So that's something we also talk about.
Yes.
Uh,
And if I could add one, a very nice thing, since it is an American university, it does accept
yeah,
FAFSA and
right,
such to help the to get to the finish
right,
line, how to
right,
say.
right. So yeah, maybe majority of part might be covered by Pell or other grants like you might be receiving. Could you talk a little bit about the application procedures, like what kind of things you prepared, and then maybe how far? So you said that you attended the workshop in your third semester, right?
Yes.
Did you prepare application right away? Like, what's the like step after the workshop?
To be honest, I don't really remember how soon, but I would say relatively soon. No, actually, I do. I was in it was during winter break. Actually, now I remember.
Mm,
Yes. Well, the moment I took the workshop, I wasn't 100% still on TUJ. Of course, I applied to many other university and colleges, both in Europe and in America, specifically New York. Um, so the application process was pretty streamlined, I have to say. It wasn't difficult. It was what you would expect from any college, except with the stipulation that you need to also be ready to apply for a visa if accepted.
mm, mm,
But for the most part, it was very simple. I sent them a copy of my transcript so far, since I'm a transfer and I couldn't send them my full transcript yet. I only sent them a partial one. Um, then they don't require any essays. They only require essays if you're applying for a scholarship. I did write a small essay for the scholarship, but other than that, it was a very streamlined, normal procedure that you would have seen if you were applying to any college here.
mm, mm. Did you have someone to help you here? Like, there's a person who helps transfer application, right? Like, there's a the one who had the workshop at LaGuardia. Did or did you do it mostly by yourself?
I did it mostly by myself. I with the help of my advisor,
I see.
as with my own. ASAP advisor. The gentleman who conducted the first um, info event, he gave me his card in order to reach out for any help. So I'm sure that TUJ on their side would be more than happy to also assist in the application process as well.
But the LaGuardia's advice also sufficient to prepare
Yes,
everything.
all in all, I believe it's very possible just to do it the application on your own. If you do need any additional help, LaGuardia advisors are sufficient, and also TUJ is ready to help.
I see. Okay, so let's talk about the future. So what do you look for most like when you go to Japan? Um,
Well, of course, I really want to immerse myself in the daily life, the daily Japanese life, the Japanese culture, interact and engage with people, um, and of course, I do look forward in to get my bachelor's degree.
mm,
But that's kind of taking a passenger seat. Initially, I really want to go there and engage with the country itself. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. PUJ is one of I mean, in terms of the exposing yourself, it's great location. It's not very too crowded, but it's very
Mhm.
good distance into the center of the city, Tokyo. So it's a you probably can take advantage of location very well. What about the academics? So TUJ does teaches you mostly, I mean, only in English because it's American institutions. They use
Mhm.
English as their language of instruction. Um, do you worry about the going to so TUJ is a Temple University, which is a private institution, right? It's
Yes.
actually pretty one of the high-ranking uni institutions. Um, do you worry about like getting ready for the next step, like junior level of the instructions in a different institution?
Of course, but I would worry about this in any transfer college I would go to. But yes, I do worry a bit that this next step in my journey is going to require much more um, how should I say much more effort and much more effort. Um, but it's also I am aware that I am capable. That TUJ, as you said, one of the well-ranking school institutions. I am how should I say? Uh, uh, I believe that it shouldn't be too much of a problem, and if I wasn't, and that I am able to meet this challenge.
Good. So this will be last question from me. If you have any advice to students who have some interest in same path as yours, what kind of advice would you give?
Um, I would advise to keep, at least if you're transferring or something like this, I would advise to keep a competitive um, transcript and GPA to make the process more streamlined. I would also advise, if you know that you want to pursue specifically TUJ or any such institution, to immediately take some language courses or any such course that you believe could help your time in Japan. I would also advise to maybe try to secure the scholarships that they
Mm,
provide, but that kind of goes hand in hand with the transcript and GPA
GPA,
maintenance.
right, right.
But yes, but also be prepared to understand and how to write a well-written college application. I shouldn't say application, a scholarship application essay. And other than that, nothing. Yeah, those three things.
Is there anything else you want to share?
Um, Well, I just want to say I'm super excited for this opportunity, and I'm thankful for TJ for helping me achieve this next step in my life.
Yeah, they are lucky to have you because it sounds like
Thank you.
it's really like complementing what you have done so far, and then like that's the last piece of your future careers. Like you do know the world if you spend 2 years in Japan, and you're one of the very few people who have like lived experience in the three continents by the
Thank
time
you.
graduate. So they're lucky to have you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm gonna stop recording now.